Good evening, Ruskin enjoyers. I hope you're doing alright, 'cause it's time to talk about a very weird situation in regards to this skin that we have right here in front of us. For you see, this Sheep Matador potentially is now one of the rarest skins in Rust as a whole due to a very strange situation that happens. So sit back, relax. I'm going to try my best to explain everything, because if this just so happens to be one of the rarest skins in the game now, how much is it worth? We'll try and figure that out maybe a little bit later. Anyway. So, what is this? This is the Undead Sheep Matador. It was a Halloween submission for 2024, and of course on October 31st, 2024, we were sort of surprised to see a third Halloween Rust store for 2024. Normally we only have two. I was very much under the impression that we were going to get some standard regular skins. In the actual Halloween competition page, it said, we're only going to have the 17th and the 24th. Well, things change, I guess. Anyway, this right here was actually accepted with all the other skins today, but it was removed after a short while. So let's just talk about the Rust rotation. So if I could just tap out real quickly. As you can see, there is the workshop page for the Sheep Matador. It glows in the dark, looks very ferocious. But how long was it available for? Well, in my server, we have a very special little bot over here. It's the SMM Rust rotation bot. So if I could just quickly bring it over. As you can see, it will alert us when things are changed or like something's added. So recently we had the likes of the Dracula cape added. It had to be inserted. The item definitions had to be updated. Cool, understood. So earlier today, for the October 31st Rust store, we had a very early Rust rotation. That's something we need to be aware of. Normally on like a Thursday, we'd have the Rust store rotate like 8 o'clock in the evening UK time, London time. Just want to clarify that, London time, so you can tell I'm British. Cool. It rotated today at 4:30. That's really early. But the weird thing is, you can see it rotated initially at 16:34, and then it changed again at 16:53. That's 19 minutes. What happened? Well, apparently, something wasn't supposed to be in the Rust store. So if we could just quickly put this to the sides and quickly point out, here's all the brand new Halloween skins that are accepted today, and you might notice this right here, wedged in between the likes of the Neon Ghost Sheep Matador and the Ghost Halloween L96. That was in the Rust store, and apparently only for 19 minutes. So what gives? What was the reason? We don't know. I know that someone has gone to the comment section on the workshop page and pointed something out, but that has not been officially said to be the reason as to why. But if you're going to go look at that for yourself, you're more than welcome to do so. If you're going to judge that for yourself, you're more than welcome to do so. But Facepunch hasn't said anything. They've said absolutely nothing. So I don't want to just quickly point out and say, oh, that's the reason. No. I don't know. I don't answer for Facepunch, so I'm just pointing this out. That's been mentioned. It does look like that potentially could be a reason. But anyway, this was only in the Rust store for 19 minutes, and only 85 people bought the skin. That is the subscriber count. That is incredibly low. Now, by default, you're probably remembering another skin early this year, which had a very similar situation, so I'm just going to hop over to the likes of here. As you can see, I've pointed this out. I've tried to alert people. I've tried to keep them informed. We might have ourselves a bit of a strange Neon Dragon Garage Door type of situation. Now, just to clarify, that was a copyright problem. The skin creator used an asset from an online store, which was supposed to be licensed for use. He took it from something, some sort of website that's given it away for free, but he couldn't confirm if it was actually allowed. Anyway, that got removed from the Rust store after 50 minutes. 50, alright? Now, this garage door in particular had a bit of notoriety because of that. A lot of people were well aware of it. Suddenly everybody cared about it. So if I could just go back over to here and just quickly remind you that this is now selling on the Steam market at $300. That right there, lowest listing, $300. Highest buy order, $288. It's selling at $300. It's risen up in price ever so nicely. It's kind of stagnated as of recent. But yeah, that was something you could have bought for like $3, and now it sells for 100 times the price. So you might be sitting there and saying, wow, very impressive. How many of them sold? This had 1,108 subscribers. Do you kind of notice a bit of a strange thing going on here? 1,108. And then over to here, this has only 85. That garage door is $300. How much is that Sheep Matador now? Do you understand the situation? There is 10 times more of these and more compared to the likes of these. And yes, they are marketable, they are tradable, yes. Maybe things might change, that could happen. FacePunch can easily turn this skin into a non-tradable, non-marketable skin. That could happen, but I don't think it's going to happen. So, let's just quickly point out the details to the likes of you. As I said, this is marketable, this is tradable, and as of now, everyone who bought it can't sell it because of the 7-day cooldown. It does have a marketplace page. We will be able to do our abnormal barters next week because with it being an abnormal skin, it's going to become marketable Wednesday night going into Thursday morning, midnight UK time, London time. So, how much you could offer for it? If this is one of the rarest skins in the game now, how much is it worth? I don't know. It's that kind of rare where it's like people who have tons of skins, who just like to buy the rarest, most valuable skins just as a flex, they're the ones who decide. Highest bidder wins. Now, there's 85 of these in existence. Do you think it's going to cost more than the maximum amount of money we can have on the likes of Steam? The highest Steam wallet technically you're allowed to have is $2,000. Some people in my very own chat have actually bought some. In that 19-minute window, they bought one for themselves. I don't think anybody here bought more than one. But listen, they've probably got themselves a skin worth at least $1,000, potentially, all right? I don't answer for the people who want to buy rare things like this. Personally, I just wouldn't bother. Like, okay, yeah, if I could have that for like $2, fine. Even if I couldn't trade it afterwards and sell it afterwards, it's fine. It's a perfectly fine looking sheep in the door. And I'm not surprised it didn't really sell too much because, of course, if you've looked at the current Rust store itself, you might notice that we already had like another sheep in the door, and like last week had a sheep in the door, and a week before that we had another sheep in the door. We've had a lot of Halloween sheep in the doors recently, so maybe people just weren't like super enthusiastic to want to, of course, grab another one. Anyway, hopping back into here, let's just give it a good look. So get a good look at the design, quite nice and shiny, nice and reflective, yes. So how about we just turn off the lights? Get a good look at that. Now with the lighting over there, teeth not that reflective, but with all the red liquid. Oh, what might that be? Oh dear. It's very reflective and total darkness. Get a good look at that. Very, very, very spooky indeed. Would you like to have that on your front door? Probably not. I know a lot of people don't like super shiny doors, but inside, very helpful. Oh yes. And again, simply for the flex, you probably want that now, don't you? So yes, if there's only 85 of these in circulation, how much do you reckon that's worth? There is no definitive price. I don't know what people are offering for it, but I can assure you people will be chasing after this now, especially now that I made a video pointing it out and talking about it. But it needs to be known because there are probably some people who bought this skin and don't realise it's rare. There are people who probably bought this skin and don't realise it's potentially worth a lot of money. That's why I'm making this video. So it makes them more aware of what's going on, and it makes them aware that a random $2 purchase they made potentially is going to help them out a lot from now on. Like, would you be happy if I informed you that you bought something that's actually worth like $1,000? I'm sure you would. So anyway, just wanted to kind of explain why I'm doing this. So yeah, feel free to comment below. What do you think this is now worth, considering that there's like 10 times less the amount of these compared to like the Neon Dragon Garage doors? And I got to be honest with you, I think Neon Dragon Garage doors just basically kind of got pumped, because there was a lot of notoriety behind it. So yeah, it's a common skin but rare. $1 door if it wasn't removed from the store. Yeah, I know. Normally with the likes of sheep in the doors, they drop off pretty badly. Like every single sheep in the door that came out in 2024, yeah, the vast majority down to $1. Very sad to see. But this right here, with the likes of Halloween skins in general, Halloween skins don't really tend to do a very good job of retaining value because it's out of season very quickly. People don't really want to use Halloween skins during the likes of, Christmas, during the likes of like February, May time. You get the idea. So, yeah, what do you think? Interesting? Silly? Stupid? And again, no official confirmation in regards to why it was removed. The skin creators potentially might want to step forward and try and explain certain things, but I don't even think they have a proper answer. So, it is what it is. There you go. The Undead Sheep Matador, a very strange skin that was accepted for a very brief period of time, and now potentially one of the rarest skins we have in the game. So, we'll see what this leads to, and we'll see what the highest price this sells at. Do you reckon it's just going to probably sell at like $300? Or do you reckon it's just going to probably sell at like $1,000? Do you reckon it will surpass the maximum Steam wallet? You tell me. And of course, next week we're going to have to race to put some barders down. Oh, yes, indeed we will. So just remember, if you own one of these, you don't have to sell it. Maybe the smart thing to do is just wait it out a little bit. Let some people sell theirs initially, right? And then once a good price has been figured out, then consider selling it. So maybe you might need to wait a week or two, maybe even a month. Maybe even a month. Let people offer and listen to the offers. You don't have to rush into making a sale ever. Some people might try and force you to do it quickly, but that only favours them, not you. So chill out, take your time, and see how things roll out. Sounds good? And this applies to the people in my very chat. And yeah, be careful, all right? Some people might try and scam you. Don't fall for these stupid things. And that is that. That's a wrap. A very silly situation, and yet here we are. So I would show off the likes of SCMM, but I don't think it's working properly. Ah, lo and behold, hooray, it's done it again. I could see that in the background. I wanted to show off some other details and whatnot. This happens every now and then. Just wait a good few hours or a day, and it'll go back to normal. All right, so Steam Market next Wednesday. If you don't fully understand what abnormals are, consider going over to the likes of my YouTube, type in abnormal, so abnormal buy orders, and you will see we do this every single Wednesday night, and we're all... That's a live stream. Wow, these are from like years ago. Try and watch one from 2024. There you go. Watch this one. I'll link this in the description so you can see this for yourself. And watch the first 5 minutes. Listen to what I say. Watch the first 2 videos here as well. You'll understand so much. You'll learn so many things in regards to this, because certain skins become marketable before the rust store even rotates. Yes, and we can use that to our advantage. We can put barders down, see what the interest looks like, so see if there's enough demand with the skin, and then we know it's probably a good thing to actually consider buying into. But in regards to the sheep in the door we just talked about, yeah, that's probably going to be quite expensive. So yeah, maybe you want to put a pretty high barder down. I would say at the very least you might probably need to put down at least $100, maybe even more. Again, we don't know how much interest it has, but we'll just have to see how things play out. Alright, Neon Dragon Garage Door is kind of Lunar New Year themed too. Well, it was a Lunar New Year themed skin. It is a Lunar New Year skin. So, yeah, it was the Year of the Dragon. How could you forget? And I would kind of prove that if I could right now, but I can't. But, yeah, I'm sure you remember that came out like Lunar New Year back in February time. Right then. Oh, look, the Witch Garage Door's sitting quite nicely. Let's see if that holds. Right, that's it. That's a wrap. So, I hope the video is nice and insightful. If you like the skin, but you don't own it, well, tough luck. I'm so sorry to say, but yeah, that is the case. Let's see if it does potentially get, like trade banned or, get restricted, become a skin that you can't sell, become a skin that you can't trade. I have no idea what happens next. So that's a wrap. Thank you very much for watching. Right, yep, SCMM.app is now back, so you know what, I think I want to add this to the video. So as you can see, all the Halloween skins are here. You can see sales have happened, Death's Gate, Sheepman and Obador selling quite nicely. Alright, fair enough, it's a good looking skin. But if we just keep scrolling down, you'll notice that the Undead door is sitting right here. And yeah, there's no price because it can't be sold anymore. It's not in the rust store anymore. Now you're probably sitting there wondering, how do I get the Steam Market page? Well, if you go to SCMM.app and you click Marketplace button right there, lo and behold, there's the Steam Market page. And again, just to reiterate, next Wednesday night going into Thursday morning, midnight, London time, that is when this is going to become marketable. And yes, I will be streaming next Wednesday. Look in the description right now. You'll see the links to all my socials, more specifically my Twitch. I will be streaming. As per usual, we do the abnormal barders. We look at all the skins and we question how much money we want to offer for all of them. And then we race to put barders down. And of course, next week, we're looking at that sheepman at the door and questioning how much we're going to offer. And we're going to try and be the fastest person to put a barder down. Yes, there will be people that will list this. And I will not be surprised in the slightest if there's a few people that probably list it a little bit too low. Maybe there's going to be at least one person who lists it for $1,000. We'll see what happens. Anyway, that is going to happen next week. Now, I just wanted to clarify something. I've referred to the subscriber count quite a lot. So let's just quickly point out what this is and then talk about the measurement in regards to, is it even the rarest skin? So as we look over to here, we have the likes of the Necro Furnace. So it's been a good several hours since the rust rotated. If I go to the workshop page, scroll down, you'll see it has 1,861 subscribers. So what is this? Basically, it means at least 1,861 people have bought the skin. Individual people have bought the skin. But we don't know how many they bought each. That's the one thing we don't know. Maybe a lot of people bought one for themselves. All right, fair enough. It's a pretty goofy looking furnace skin right there. That's cool. But maybe some people bought two, one for me and one for my friend. All right, that's cool. But maybe, just maybe, some people probably bought maybe 10. Maybe some people bought 50. Maybe some people even bought 100 because they bought an excess amount purely with the intent to sell it to try and see if they can flip it for a profit. All right? So we can't see how many they bought, but we can see the individual people that have bought the skin. So it's at least 1,861 necro furnaces in existence. That's the bare minimum sales. So that's the point I was trying to get across with the likes of the Undead door. But what if we were to compare this with all the other sheet metal doors based on subscriber count? Well, let's go do that right now. Because on SCMM to APP, you can do that with the items section. So as you can see, sheet metal doors, lowest subscribers. Now, certain skins here don't have subscriber counts, so they appear at the very top. Don't worry about that. But as we can go over to here, you can see skins from the likes of 2017, all listed here with very, very low sales. Now, Metal Shop Scrap Door right there, 56. School Bus Sheet Metal Door, 59. Salvaged APC Door, 61. Basically, when these skins were in the Rust Store, only 56 individuals, 59 individuals, 61 individuals bought that skin when it was available in the Rust Store. Yeah, that's very low, isn't it? Technically speaking, lower than what we have here with the Undead Door. However, over the course of time, these very likely have been available in loot boxes, more specifically the high quality crate. So please take this into consideration. There's a much better chance that, there's actually quite a lot of these in circulation. As you can see, it does also list minimum supply, 213, 239, 250. Now, based on the subscriber counts, maybe there might be even more in circulation. And remember, SCMM to APP cannot see every single account that plays Rust. It cannot see every single inventory. There's a lot of people out there with private accounts. You never know. Maybe there's a private account out there that bought 1,000 of those. Would you be surprised by that? Well, there's only one way to find out. We've got to wait until next week. But yeah, this really does look like it potentially is the rarest sheet metal door now. All from one very strange situation that happened. And again, we do not know the official reason as to why yet. So if you missed out, remember, this was only available for like 19 minutes, and the Rust rotated super early. No one was really prepared for that. Even the Europeans. A lot of Europeans were still at work. So that happened. Very goofy story. It is what it is. Right then. So, yeah, that is the situation in regards to that. And listen. Don't worry about it too much. You will lose your head, all right? Okay? And it's a struggle to try and get that back. Seriously, where are my legs and where are my head? Come on, face punch, give them back. I need them. But yeah, lots of people missed out. Like, how often do you race to buy a sheet metal door? Don't kick yourself. It's fine. I wouldn't have bought it immediately. And nobody saw this coming. Nobody knew what was going on. Nobody had a clue, right? So that's the whole thing. That's the situation. And now we'll see how much it's going to be worth. And remember, an actual sale has to happen to get a good idea in regards to what the price is. Just because someone lists something doesn't mean it's that price. So we'll see what happens next. Let's look forward to next week. And yeah, you get the idea. So thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Catch you later. See you. Goodbye.